Hi, and welcome to this episode about mind over matter, the influence of spoken words on your mental state. Because research have proven that spoken words have power and a great impact on our mindset. And we all know that complimenting someone brings a smile to their face, but calling somebody names can cause anger. So far we know that words can have a direct impact on our behavior. But research by Kathleen Vohs, among others, show that words we use every day have a much more profound and more significant impact on our lives than we sometimes think. The words we say and think make a significant difference to ourselves and others. Time and time again, research is done to examine the impact of spoken words on our behavior. For example, there was a group student that was asked to make sentences with the words such as getting older, gray hair, walking stick, and grandpa and grandma. And the second test group had to make sentences with the words like running, sport, speed, and vitality. So after the group was finished, the groups were alternately asked to go outside and walk to the end of the corridor and back again. What turned out was that the first test group walked consistently slower than the second test group. That's the impact of words. So let's talk about the power of spoken words on our social life. Because another study made people play with the words like love, friendship, affection, and connection. And the second test group was allowed to do the same with the words such as possession, income, money, and debts. And the outcome of this research produced several worrying results. Because the second test group turned out to be less social than the first one due to several small indications. 1. It took them longer to help other people in the group if others didn't fully understand the exercise. 2. If the examiner subconsciously dropped several pencils on the ground, the participants in the second group were less inclined to pick them up than those in the first group. And 3, when the participants were told that they would meet a stranger, they had to take a second chair. The participants from the second test group placed the chair significantly further away. So these are all not very significant, but it does show that language influences your social behavior. So time after time, it's proven that words can unconsciously have a positive or negative influence on our behavior. The choice of words always makes a difference, even if we're not aware of it. In 2011, Vasily Safiris and I wrote a book called Meaningful Profit. This is a way of doing business in the middle between the profit sector and the non-profit sector. For many people, the word profit means profit in a financial sense. That means, in other words, the money sector and the not for money sector, because that's what the word profit is associated with. Profit actually means to gain or benefit, and money is only a part of it. In the past 100 years, the word profit has had a negative connotation, that it would be synonymous for money. But of course, this is not correct. The word is about to gain or to get from the actions you take. You can gain friendship, gain relationships, gain a better world. If you take action and want to gain something from it, why don't you pursue something meaningful? That's our reasoning. In other words, meaningful profit. Imagine how your behavior would change by remembering every day that you work within a meaningful profit company. But also think about words like organizing and efficiency and the impact on performance. Imagine you work in an advertising agency or any other company where creativity is of the utmost importance, and you are confronted with organizing and efficiency all day long. To what extent would this influence your creativity? What would happen unconsciously if we exchange the words organizing, an organization, and efficiency for rules of the game, and for example, contributions? Which words would you never use again now that you know this? And which words would you use instead? Words and thoughts can be sickening. Words can also provoke love, togetherness, and working together for a more future-friendly world. So choose your words and thoughts consciously, because they will benefit all of us if you use the right positive words.